Well,
Hello.
Hi Rama, hi Israel.
Peter,
Hi.
Alright, I say let's get started. Can you see my screen share?
yes.
Okay, hello, and welcome everyone to the Hyperledger Cacti Maintainers meeting. Please abide by the antitrust policy notice that we are showing on the screen, and also the Hyperledger Code of Conduct that is linked to from the agenda document. And with that said, first agenda item I had was pull requests. I don't know how many are outstanding in the reviews, but if you haven't reviewed some pull requests in your queue, then please do so, because we have 30 now. All 10 of those are just these dependable ones, which I will squash into a single one, so you don't have to bother with these. All of these are doing the exact same thing, just in different packages. So don't worry about those, but everything else down here, if you haven't looked at it, please do so. That's just my usual call out. And then I wanted to ask, does anyone have any news from Huawei and their pull request that's open?
Actually, I haven't heard anything from them for quite long time. So yeah.
Now, I was looking at a PR that was last commented on, I think, in September, and there's nothing since then.
Okay. Yeah. And I say maybe it's time for us to close it as inactive and just reopen it whenever they are ready with it. And oh, but I guess the thing is we need to take it out because of the vulnerabilities and the breaking changes. Yeah. Okay, why don't we? I see that Mihal is not here, but I know that he sent them an email. So why don't we check in with him the next time he's on the meeting, and then ask him if they emailed him back anything. And if they did, then we can talk about what they said. If not, then it's probably time for us to uh, deactivate the package for now, so that it doesn't
What's
cause
the what's the right way to do that, Peter? Are we allowed to keep it in the main branch, or should we just completely get rid of it?
I have an idea, suggestion, which is to sort of gut the package JSON from its dependencies and remove it from the compilation as well, so that it's not part of the CI, it's not part of the tests. Sorry, that's not part of the dependency management. And so that way, even though it does have uh, a presence in the code base, it doesn't cause issues for us. And that way, we are signaling that we are open to having it in the code base, but right now, it's just not in a shape or form that it can be, because the maintenance effort on it is just not enough.
Do you want to leave it in the packages folder, or should we have a special place where we put deprecated or inactive files?
I would leave it where it is right now, just so that people can still find it. And the other thing I would do is put a little explanation in the README that says
Mhm.
what I just said, basically.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you. Then 2 more questions from me is the Fabric 1 code that we have, the all-in-one image, and the iRoha 1 all-in-one image. What I'm suggesting is that we retire those because they're not being maintained anymore with security patches, or maybe they are, but we still have issues with gRPC1. And so I was thinking that it's time for us to retire those, because at this point, no one should be deploying those versions into production unless they have some very strong reason. But that hasn't come along yet. So what are you thinking about that? Any opinions?
Fabric, the Fabric platform, I think it should definitely people ought to have moved it to like many years ago. But I think Fabric CA is 1.x versions are still active, I think, aren't they? So when you say Fabric, I think we should maybe make a distinction between them. Then Fabric and Fabric CA. Right? Just
Sorry,
taking a look at the repository.
I didn't understand the last part. You should
Now,
take a look at what?
I was making a distinction between Fabric and Fabric CA.
Fabric C?
CA.
Oh, CA.
Yeah. So Fabric cannot run without Fabric CA, the dependency. And I just looked at the repository for Fabric CA, and it's still at 1.5, I think the latest. Let me see. Yeah, it's on 1.5.9. The V2 is an alpha version, so I don't think they want to recommend. I don't think that the Fabric team recommends that people use Fabric CA to alpha. So yeah, when we say Fabric 1.x retirement, I agree, but just add a caveat that it's the Fabric platform and not the ancillary Fabric platforms like CA.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I I only meant the ledger, so
Yeah.
not the CA, because the CA we still use even in the 2.56 all-in-one image, it still runs on the old CA, or well, the active current CA, which is 1 point something.
Yeah, I think they haven't. There's nothing new in CA for them to push a 2 version. Yes, yeah. Though they have an alpha version too.
Mhm. And what do you think about the ledger itself? I think
Yeah, no, that
1.4.
makes sense to me. Yeah,
Okay.
I think Fabric 2 first came out like in 2019, maybe even earlier. So, you know,
Okay. Israel, any thoughts?
I don't have any strong opinion about this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So that's Fabric 1. How about iRoha 1?
no
Um,
opinions. I go on.
well, yes, same thing. I don't have a strong opinion about retiring or keeping your version 1. So, yeah, your opinion?
I say we remove it. There's iRoha 2 also been out for a while, and they explicitly stated that iRoha 1 will not be worked on anymore. And it also ships with the old gRPC dependency, which again is a critical security vulnerability. So we just can't really use it. So yeah, if no strong opinions, then I'll make the call to retire it for sure. Thank you for the input. And then what I wanted to ask last is if anyone has anything else that you think we could get rid of that is very old dependencies, very old code that uh, is not really likely to be used in the future. If you have any suggestions, then please either ping them on the chat later or just send an email on the mailing list or just bring it up next time, whichever it is.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing about code, but we ought to at some point write a new white paper. I think we discussed that recently.
I think Peter issued a pull request retiring the old white paper, old document. I'm not sure if I approved it or not, but so we are retiring old documents and uh, moving to new one. Is my understanding correct?
Yeah, for the white paper, I took it out just so that it's not there in an outdated format. And then anytime we have enough time to actually put it back with new content or freshened content, then I think we should. I haven't had any time to work on the white paper, but if somebody else has the resources to do so, then I'm very supportive of it.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know how much time I have, but I'll at least put some thought into the organization.
Yeah, thank you. That's fair. So that was all from me. Does anyone else have any ad hoc discussion topics?
Nothing from me.
Just one thing from me. Today is the deadline for mentorship project proposals. So since you're all mentors and there are some who are not here, please just go through the entry once if you have the time, and if you want to make any edits, just go ahead. Make it. I think you should have permission.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that, Rama, and thank you for putting together the document and the submission.
You're welcome.
All right, then we are done with the meeting. So thank you both for joining, and I'll talk to you next time.
You. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.